Definition of an adverb. So I'll give you a simple definition of an adverb. So the definition of A1, beginner level. So what's an adverb? An adverb is a word that describes a verb. We are going to see in the examples this definition. And what's the synonym of frequency, or what's another word for frequency? The synonym means another word, the same meaning, they have the same meaning. So the synonym of frequency is repetition. So it's repetition. So when we say frequency, it means repetition. When we say adverbs of frequency or adverbs of repetition, so it is repeated. Let's continue. What do we mean by adverbs of frequency, or what are the adverbs of frequency in English? The adverbs of frequency in English are words that describe how often an action happens, the repetition of an action, how often it is repeated. There are 6 main adverbs of frequency that we use in English. So the first adverb of frequency is always. The second one is usually. So it's very difficult for students to pronounce this word. And the first one also, it's not always, it's always, always, always. And the second one, usually, usually, usually. The third one has two ways of pronunciation. Some people pronounce it often, but the correct one and the most used one is often. Often. So if you pronounce it often, it's correct, but better to pronounce it often. So the T is silent. The fourth one is sometimes. The fifth one is rarely, rarely. And the last one is never. Now we are going to explain the repetition of each adverb of frequency. For example, always, it means it is repeated 100%. What does this mean? So if we take the week, 7 days of the week. So if we say I always watch TV, it means every day. It means 7 days out of 7 days. So it means all the days of the week. So 7 out of 7. So we are going to explain it by the days of the week better than the percentage, because the percentage is not very clear. So we are going to explain it by every day, the days of the week. So always means 7 days. I always watch TV, it means 7 days a week. I every day watch TV, the same. I usually watch TV, it means 1 day I don't watch TV. I watch 6 days out of 7. I often watch TV. It means 2 days I don't watch TV. I watch 5 days out of 7. I sometimes watch TV. It means 3 days I don't watch TV. It means I watch TV 4 days out of 7 days of the week. So I rarely watch TV. It means just 1 day I watch TV. 6 days I don't watch TV. I never watch TV. It means 0 out of 7. I don't watch it at all. So this is very easy to understand adverbs of frequency. Now we have a problem, the position of the adverbs of frequency in the English sentence. So when do we need to put the adverb of frequency? So the simple rule is very easy. They come between the subject and verb. So this is the easy definition, or the easy position for adverbs of frequency for level 1. So they come between subject and verb. Let's see. So now we are going to ask question, and in the answer we are going to answer with adverbs of frequency. For example, the first question is, how often do you watch TV? So TV in general. So I always watch Al Jazeera TV. So always is between I and watch. So I is the subject and watch is the verb. So I always watch Al Jazeera TV. The second example, I every day watch BBC TV. So always and every day, they mean the same thing, but we use always most often, so we don't use every day, so we use just always. I always watch Al Jazeera. I always watch BBC. I usually watch CNN. How often do you watch TV? I often. So if you say I often, it's correct, but I prefer I often watch France 24. I sometimes watch English movies on TV. I rarely watch football on TV. I never watch stupid programs on TV. Let's go to the next slide. How often does he watch TV? He always watches CNN. Hassane every day watches BBC. Silas usually watches Fox News. Let's go to the next slide. How often does he watch TV? David often watches tennis on TV. Chris sometimes watches the news on TV, or the news TV. Both correct. Robert rarely watches documentaries on TV. Jim never watches TV. Let's see more examples. How often does she watch TV? She always watches TV. She watches Korean series on TV. So there is a mistake here. So she always watches Korean series on TV. And Hasna every day watches, another mistake. Hasna every day watches Mexican series on TV. Sumaya usually watches Turkish series. Dora often watches cartoon movies. Let's go to the next slide. How often does she watch TV? Christina sometimes watches TV. Reem rarely watches TV. Julia never watches TV. How often do you listen to English songs? I always listen to Bryan Adams songs. So this singer is a good singer, so try to listen to his songs. So all the singers I'm going to state in this lesson, try to listen to them. They are very good singers. I always listen to Bryan Adams songs. I every day listen to Celine Dion's songs. I usually listen to Dolly Parton's songs. I often listen to Kenny Rogers' songs. Let's continue. How often do you listen to English songs? I sometimes listen to, okay, there is two missing. I sometimes listen to Cat Stevens' songs. I rarely listen to Lady Gaga's songs. I never listen to bad songs. Let's continue. How often does he listen to English songs? Tim rarely listens to English songs. Leonardo often listens to French songs. He always listens to German songs. Leo usually listens to Italian songs. Let's go to the next slide. How often does he listen to English songs? Peter never listens to Chinese songs. James every day listens to Japanese songs. Tom sometimes listens to Arabic songs. How often does she listen to English songs? Tony sometimes listens to dance songs. Petra never listens to rock songs. Ali rarely listens to pop songs. Let's go to the next slide. How often does she listen to English songs? She always listens to slow songs. Layla usually listens to dream songs. Sarah every day listens to nature songs. Huda often listens to hard songs. She usually drinks milk in the afternoon. Sophia rarely eats Chinese food. Richard never drinks wine or beer. I always read English in the morning. Let's continue. He every day cooks his food. Farid often goes walking. They sometimes read the newspaper in the evening. He sometimes plays football with his friends. I rarely eat spicy food. Adam never goes dancing. She always cleans the house in the evening. They every day go swimming in the club. We usually study English in the afternoon. Fawzi often goes fishing at night. Noor never plays the guitar. They usually have lunch at 3 p.m. I always listen to my parents. He every day does his homework. We rarely rent a car. You sometimes play tennis. I often go fishing in the river. The teacher never forgets the homework. My brother usually wears my clothes. She always chats to her friends. He every day goes out in the evening. The baby rarely sleeps at night. My father sometimes plays volleyball with us. My sister often cooks food for the family.